Stadium here in Miami. It's the Dolphins in control of the football as we get back to the action in the first quarter. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Achane will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. But James Cook and the Buffalo offense returning to work now.
And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
So now first and at the 30-yard line. On play action, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The Bills had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Allen to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Cook is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Cook.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. Cook. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of
whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down. Now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
The drive starts with a run from Achane.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone.
Johnson to return it.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. 2nd quarter. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Tua. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From midfield, here's Tua.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they in nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Bass on for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here.
They were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That one into the hands of Beckham downfield. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit it with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. Tua going to throw. Touchdown! Odell Beckham, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Throwing now is Allen. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 15 yards there for number 15.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. And he stopped immediately there.
2nd and 10.
Allen now looks to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills have taken the lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This is Smith with a grab. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
2nd down and 4.
Looking to pass. Tua. Caught left side. It's Beckham. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Tua setting up shop to throw again. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Now, hang on. We got an injured player down there. Oh, boy, that's Odell Beckham Jr., OBJ, who's hurting.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. It's Hill, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. In motion, Hill. Now Tua. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Sanders' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bills' offense now for one final time in this 1st half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. A final shot before half for Allen. On the move to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. As far as the early games go in that 1 o'clock window, we'll be focused on that game in Nashville. A big one for the Titans as they'll square off against the New York Jets. In the late afternoon games, it'll be loud in Kansas City, that's for sure, as it'll be the Chiefs taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. We saw some strong work from James Cook in that 1st half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that 1st half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the 2nd half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three?
And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
In motion, the tight end. He'll look to throw.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and force a quick punting.
Johnson on poke free, football's held.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
So here are the Bills to take over. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and 8.
Here's Allen to throw it. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give to Cook out of the gun.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. 2nd and 9.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. And his big night continues on that last run. The yardage there going to move him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
From the gun, it's Allen. He shakes him off. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Cook up the gut. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Play action. Now it's Allen. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 1.
They run it again with Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Bills are able to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Miami set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here's Tua. Short throw to Smith. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Tua sets up to pass it. That is caught. He will have the first down and a bit more. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Braxton Berrios, 41 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Room here to run.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 111 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They run again on first down. Cook. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The decision to scramble almost got him the first, just short 9 yards, and it brings up 4th and inches.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Again, it's Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of the season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold their blocks just a little bit longer.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa headed back out onto the field. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Tua going to throw. Short throw to Smith. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun on third down. Here's Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
James Cook running back out now.
And you'd have to figure, he got the ball quite a bit last drive. You see the numbers, that now they're looking to chew some clock. He's going to get it even more here.
I would think so, because they have momentum going in their direction. They moved the ball that way on their last drive, and you know they're trying to lock this game down. But also, don't be surprised if they mix in a few passes along the way as well, so they can't just totally key on him on this drive.
Interesting. We'll see if that happens. Either way, looking to hold this lead. Let's see if they can do it.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Cook again.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
Fair catch called for in May, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. That was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
Oh, he shifts past him. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. In motion, Hill. On play action, here's Tua. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
And the Bills are going to have it here just past the 25.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Third down, here's a run by Cook.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing now is Allen. Gets this one to Morris. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. Good bounce back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realizes there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bills, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
It's Paul.